Welcome to the Terrible Wrestling Show, episode 10 for SummerSlam 2025. Back after a little bit of just haven't done the past few events, which is kind of a mix of the events where like, and honestly just busy, other things going on. But it's SummerSlam. It's the first two-night SummerSlam in history, so we absolutely need to talk about SummerSlam and all the matches and the possibilities for what could come out of it. And joining with me, I've got a couple of the boys. John, buddy, friendo, how you doing?
Hello. I am doing okay. Gonna, be interesting to talk about SummerSlam. Be interesting to hear you guys' thoughts on it.
Yeah.
If your excitement levels in that, because I don't know, kind of just going into it.
That's kind of
it'll be a show. I'm not expecting much, so maybe they can surprise me.
Yeah. See, that's kind of me too, because it's even to the point where it's a show where I still haven't followed up with you. It's like, man, do you want to do Game Static early tomorrow? Do you just want to do Game Static on time? What? I'm just kind of like, I'll turn it on for us while we're out here if you want. I don't care. That's kind of me.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Ricky, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm kind of in the same boat when it comes to SummerSlam, especially with it being two nights this year.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't do the Royal Rumble first. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm surprised they didn't do the Royal Rumble two nights first because you have a women's Royal Rumble and you have a men's Royal Rumble. But maybe they'll give us a shock factor. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. If it sucks, they just hope, but it just better not suck. That's all I'm saying. It just better not suck. It needs to deliver.
See, that's my mindset. With it being the first two night, brother, you better deliver. It's like you gotta deliver, man. And it sucks because like you gotta deliver. We have 12 matches, 6 match per night as of now. We are recording this like literally an hour before SmackDown starts. I'm assuming that's the match card. It looks fine. Looks like we'll have a fun time, but it's like, is this like first ever two-night SummerSlam worthy fun? That's where it's a little debatable. So I feel like there's got to be a lot of tricks up our sleeves. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a fun show. So we're going to talk about the whole show, give our prediction on it as well, give our thoughts on each show, each match, line by line, on how we feel about the hype. If we don't feel anything at all, we'll just kind of predict it and kind of move on. If you want, though, subscribe to the channel, be a friend, tell a friend. We usually do these shows around every single PLE. We missed the last couple of events. Our bad. We'll try to do better. It is what it is. But yeah, subscribe to ATSN. We'd appreciate the support. And also here at ATSN, we do have a terrible football show coming back 8/12, which will be featuring my guy Ricky here. So make sure to subscribe if you're also a football fan, so you can tune in for ATFS here in the near future. And if you want to support us further, the Patreon's a great way to do so. Join the Discord, be a friend, tell a friend, check out some Rogue Energy, and Sparky 3 Shop. With that said, let's jump into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get it. Let's get after it. Actually, no, let's not get after it. One quick question. Have either of you guys watched WWE Unreal?
Yeah.
I've watched 2 episodes.
So good. I love it. I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. No, I watched all but episode 3. There's only one reason I didn't watch episode 3. When you see the description, there's one wrestler I do not care to hear about.
Okay.
Watch, listen to, nor build up
Bianca
Belair.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I don't watch episode 3.
I was watching it last night. I was having fun watching it, and then like it started up the 3rd episode, and I was like, "It's a good place to go to bed for the night."
It's a good place to skip too.
Wow.
You didn't miss nothing.
Wow.
Just skip it. Go to episode 4. I promise you're probably not missing anything. I'm sorry.
All 5 episodes are great.
As a wrestling fan, I will have to go back and I'll have to watch it. But just because, I saw Chelsea Green, I'm like, this might be interesting. But nope, I wanted to skip to episode 4 for John Cena's heel turn, and that's what I was interested in. So
yeah, no, WWE is unreal. WWE Unreal is unreal. Anyone who has not seen it, go watch it. I understand that there are those diehard traditionalists that don't like the curtain being peeled back the way that it has been over the last couple of years, and especially like this documentary series has done. And if that is you, then yeah, sure, don't watch it. But if you're like us and you don't really mind it too much, definitely check it out. It is so good. It is a really interesting and fascinating watch. Can't wait for more episodes. Shout out to Peyton Manning. Did not know he was producing it until I finished the first episode. It gets to the end, it's like, directed or whatever by Peyton Manning. I'm like, oh, hey, shout out to Omaha Productions. But anyway, let's jump into it, boys. SummerSlam, we'll kick things off with night one. So the list I'm going off of here is Wikipedia, so that's the order I'm going to mostly go off of, with the exception of how they have night 2 listed. So let's kick things off with Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship, which, of course, Jade being that Queen of the Ring winner. I got to be honest, guys. While I loved the Naomi cash-in that took place, that cash-in kind of killed this match hype for me, because it's like I was really hoping for like a Naomi cash-in here, right? I thought like from a storyline perspective with the ongoing thing with Jade, I understand they had their match at Evolution. Evolution was great, by the way. And you could argue it's kind of put to bed kind of thing. I would disagree, especially when you have a rocket ship like a Money in the Bank briefcase. So for this match, I got to be honest, my hype level is like down here, brother. I mean, I think it'll be an okay match, but like I don't think there's a whole lot built on this. I mean, how have you guys felt towards this? I mean, do you guys kind of have the same vibe where it's like, man, you wish Naomi would have cashed in here, or like how are we feeling on it?
I'm not super excited about it. Partially just the build, but I also I think I have an idea of where it's going, and if it goes that way, I'm not excited about it. Mm-hmm. Is kind of where I'm at. It's what we all thought Naomi was going to cash in here, and it would make sense. Now, like after I thought about it, I think I see where it's going, and I don't want to see the match that I see happening as a result of this.
You talking about Jade and Bianca?
No.
Oh.
That's really going to eventually happen.
Yeah.
But that's not the one that I'm immediately thinking of.
What are you thinking of?
I mean, if I could tell you now, it kind of spoils some of the picks for later. Mm. But I can go ahead and go into it if you want.
Yeah, let's go. I want to hear it. You got me on the hook.
I'm intrigued. I was thinking Bianca.
Yeah, you got both of us on the hook, brother.
I mean, that was what I'm thinking of. But yeah, what were you going into?
I'll say one thing first to see if you can get my thought process here.
Okay.
Crown Jewel.
Okay.
Crown Jewel. Remember how they did the champion versus champion matches?
Okay. Yeah.
Crap.
That's supposed to be happening again.
Yeah. So you think it'll be Naomi and Jade there?
I think it's going to be Naomi and Jade there.
Gotcha.
For the third match.
Okay. All right. I pick up what you're putting down now. That makes sense.
And they've been okay matches with the two of them.
Yeah.
I don't care to see a third one, but it's one where, I mean, this keeps getting drug on.
Right.
And it's like I would have preferred, like in my mind, I would rather see Tiffany Stratton in that Crown Jewel match. Mm-hmm. Don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get a repeat again of Naomi and Jade.
I could actually see that for the simple fact of like, let's look at the two matches last year of Cody Gunther and what was it, Nia and Liv, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, like, Cody and Gunther, two, good wrestlers. And honestly, it was a good match, right? We all knew Cody would win. And, Liv and Nia, it was a fine match. We kind of expected Liv to win because, like, she's so hot with the company right now, right? But, like, what storylines do you have between those four people, right? Liv and Nia, like Cody and Gunther. It's like the storylines, like, you just had to manufacture it of, well, we're both champions, so get ready to fight. You do what you're saying, and it's like you automatically have, like, an injection of a long a long storyline that's been going on since around when technically, if you want to get technical, WrestleMania 40 when they teamed up. So it's like it adds an injection to what already feels like a stale, like, well, I guess we're champions, so we're fighting against each other. So I could see that. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like even like the thing is, even without that thought, I'm not super excited for this match because I don't think it's gonna be a great match. I'm not a fan of Jade.
Yeah.
And even without the Crown Jewel aspect of it, where I think they're gonna do Jade and Naomi again, I would half expect them to crown Jade here anyway, because I mean, clearly she's a focal point of them.
Yeah.
Regardless of what I want. So,
yeah. Hey, just think with this long-term booking and storytelling that you're pitching, we could have had Io Sky and Asuka, baby. We could have had that at Crown Jewel, and here we are.
The problem is that was too fast happening, so that'll be like another year and a half, 2 years out.
That's fair. What about you, Ricky?
So I could honestly, I didn't even think about what he was pitching.
Yeah, the long term.
I don't know if they're going to crown Jade here, though. And here's the reason why.
I've been back and forth on it myself, so I'm wondering your reason.
I'm back and forth on it, because like I said, I see John's point of view that they could do it. She has been a focal point just because of how she's built. She's built as this, this badass woman, basically. Not as dark of a character as like Rhea Ripley or anything like that, but she is built as this big badass woman who could probably kick anybody's ass, in the ring, outside the ring,
right.
whatever the case may be. The thing about it is, though, is how would they go along booking this? Because the way that Jade has kind of thrown her character here lately, it seems like she's going more towards the heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
So in some ways, I disagree with John, because I don't think you're going to have a heel versus a heel or champion versus champion right now. Usually, if they're going to do a champion versus champion, usually it's babyface versus heel. That's usually the traditional way of doing champion versus champion.
Hey, wasn't Liv and Nia heel and heel? I can't remember. I think so.
It may have been. It may have been.
That's actually kind of interesting, because I've been on the opposite thought, where if anybody was going to play up the heel, like the more heel role, like in this Jade Tiffany match, I half expect it to be Tiffany.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm saying like towards more the persona that they've kind of pushed Jade's character towards.
Right, yeah.
She's been that one that's been coming out to interrupt. She's been that one that's come out to basically, I'm the badass.
It's one of those where the writing's on the wall. It's going to happen eventually.
Right. And so I just, my whole entire thought process with this, because like I said, you could be right, John. They could be going that way. And I definitely respect that, because it's definitely something I didn't consider it, because the fact is that I think eventually they're going to turn Jade heel. They're going to have her face Bianca at some point. And for whatever reason, they're going to keep Bianca babyface. And I think a lot of it just deals with some of the younger female fans, the ones who really, kind of rely on her. She's almost like she's somewhat being built toward how John Cena was toward the younger community as his career progressed and everything like that. So they're kind of doing that with Bianca right now. They're kind of protecting her right now, even though they really need to turn her heel. So I could see them going the route of Tiffany winning and Tiffany facing Bianca. If they're going to do champion versus champion, it needs to be Tiffany versus Naomi. If they're not going to do champion versus champion, I'm fine with Jade Cargill losing here, and I'm fine with them having a third match. I think Crown Jewel would be a good place for them to finally, settle their dispute forever, whatever the case may be. But if you do remember, that storyline involved 3 wrestlers, and Bianca was one of those 3 wrestlers, and they've yet to respond to how Bianca and Jade are going to go with each other or anything like that. So I could see Jade losing here, even though she's the queen of the ring ringer. I could see her losing here. I could see her facing Bianca at Crown Jewel versus facing versus going the other route and facing Naomi. But only time will tell.
The only problem with that match is I have a feeling when they finally do that match, they see that as like, that's got to be WrestleMania.
Jade and Bianca?
Yeah.
I agree. Because, like, let's be honest, like, one other example of that, of, like, a match that's, like, when we talked about it on this show, right? And I think everyone would agree, this was a WrestleMania match that they just simply had to bump up because it was Raw debut, like a Rhea and Liv. That was a WrestleMania match in the making, but they bumped it up to Raw debut because that was basically like a mini WrestleMania. So it's kind of the same thing of like, this is a WrestleMania match. And it's like we're kind of in the position where we can save it for Mania, especially since Bianca is hurt right now and she's still recovering from her finger injury at WrestleMania.
I didn't know that's why she was out. I hadn't paid attention.
Yeah.
I lie to y'all.
Well, it was part of Unreal. It was part of Unreal. If you would have watched it, brother.
Hey, also you got to keep in mind any news related to Bianca. He doesn't care about.
Yeah.
No, until it says Bianca turns heel, I don't give a damn.
That's fair.
Bianca wins another championship. Whoop-de-doo. I don't care.
Hey, with like predictions for the match, though, I will say, like, now that John pitched the whole crown jewel thing, I was leaning Jade because it just feels like one of those things, like the company's ready to go ahead and put a title belt on Jade. But like looking at like, let's say the 5 people going into the night, and obviously as we saw with Rhea and Io, a championship could be dropped before Crown Jewel, right? We've seen that. But I don't think Naomi's going to drop it, at least for the, until maybe Survivor Series at the earliest. Yeah, looking at the 5, like if you want to have if you actually want to try to have a compelling storyline this time, Jade, Naomi. So I'm locking in Jade for my official pick for this match.
I'm sticking with Tiffy time.
Yeah, I've got to go Jade.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next one, which is our fun little tag match of Randy Orton and Jelly Roll and Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Hey, respect though, because everything coming out of this is Jelly Roll's been working his ass off. Like he's taking this very seriously.
I'm so upset because I saw it may have been like a joke video or something I saw something stupid and it's been in my head. I'm gonna save it until we get to predictions. I hate it, but it's gonna be what I have to go with. But I don't. If there's a match I could care less about.
Wow, come on. We got Randy Orton, the Viper, and the Scottish psychopath of Drew McIntyre. That alone should make you care.
Would have been a great singles match.
It would have been a great singles match. You're right, brother.
Crown Jewel.
Yeah, you put this match on Crown Jewel, right? not SummerSlam.
Look, I think it's just going to be one of those fun 5 to 8 minute matches, right? Jelly Roll's going to do his Undertaker choke slam that he did on Jimmy Fallon. Hey, that looked pretty good choke slam if you ask me, man. You can tell Undertaker's really been working with him. It's going to be fun.
It's the same choke slam he did. What was it at the Rumble or Mania or something?
Yeah.
One of those beginning of the year events. It's the same one that he's been doing. It's just he loves to hit he's always wanted to do that.
Yeah. So, hey, look, it's gonna be a fun match, okay? Like it's gonna be one where it's like, John, if we're doing game static and this comes on, it's just like, oh well, we can look over every once in a while. I mean, it'll be fun.
You say we can look over, I'll be like, you know what? Let's go to an ad break. I don't like to dig on any matches that they go to put on, but I don't care about this.
Yeah, I feel you, because
this does nothing for anybody involved.
Yeah, it doesn't, because
it gives Jelly Roll an opportunity to be a little more involved with WWE.
Yeah.
He's been showing up. He's been doing concerts and stuff at the events, so it's a nice thing for him. But this does nothing for me.
It just kind of sucks when you have 2 guys who you want to be actively involved with storylines with Randy and Drew, especially for me out of the 2. I really want to see Drew involved with some storylines, and this is what's happening.
Go after championships.
Yeah, I want him to go after titles. And here we are with this tag match. A tag match that will be fun, but it does just feel like this is the Saturday night main event match of the show, aka this is a canon thing of the show, non-canon thing of the show. This is a filler episode. That's essentially what this match is for these guys. It is what it is. After this match, we won't see Jelly Roll again for a long time, and Randy and Drew probably won't even talk about it.
That is definitely 100% possibly true. And in a lot of ways, I'm starting to feel really, really bad for Randy. I know he's toward the end of his career and everything like that, but I mean, come on. I mean, I understood why, I loved the match he had with John Cena. Loved the match he had with John Cena. And I think we could all agree that Randy has actually not slowed down as much as John Cena has. I think we could somewhat agree on that one. So, shout out to that and everything like that. But Randy is
fun. It's been fun to watch Randy. I just wanted to insert that just because he knows he's coming close to the end and he's just having fun.
Yeah, he's just having a good time. I think what really changed him for just like have a good time was whenever he was in RK Bro. That's what changed him, because like he openly admitted he did not like Matt at all, but then they just ended up vibing and he just had a great time and just had fun. So I think that's what changed Randy. It's like, I'm just here for a good time at this point, that, and also like almost losing his career and just being thankful to have it back, right? So he's just having fun. So like I said, it's gonna be a fun match. I got Randy and Jelly Roll because you're not gonna have Jelly Roll here and not put him over. So Logan will probably eat the pin. It is what it is.
Probably so. It's probably gonna be Logan eat the pin. They're not gonna have if they end up putting over Randy Orton and Jelly Roll, Logan's gonna take the pin. I don't.
You guys aren't seeing the light here.
Okay, what's the light?
Oh, the light here, man. I saw this and I hated the idea of it, which made me think they're gonna do it.
Okay.
Jelly Roll pins McIntyre.
No.
I hope not, brother. Come on.
Jelly Roll's going to be the legal man. McIntyre going to need an RKO. Jelly Roll's going to get the pin.
It's quite possible. I feel so bad for Drew because he also just signed a new contract, and this is what he's got. It's like, come on, brother. All right.
I'm telling y'all that this match suck. All right,
if this match goes longer than 6 to 8 minutes, I'm gonna be pissed.
Right. All right. Next up is Judgment Day, which is Raquel and Roxanne versus Charlotte and Alexa. This has been an interesting little story following the Charlotte Alexa deal, because it's two characters who, especially like let's say in Charlotte's case, after Mania, no direction. Alexa hasn't had really a direction since she's come back. She's just been there. It's like, well, I'm going to hold on. I'll be one of the last people in the Rumble. I'll be in the Elimination Chamber. And other than that, no real direction, because really we all know what the direction was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a Wyatt-related direction, but then, Bo Dallas got legitimately hurt, so Wyatt's obviously missed Mania. That all got scrapped. She missed Mania. So it's been an interesting story following these two characters who don't have stories as characters and forming this little friendship deal, which, they've had a history, together as it is. I mean, do you take the titles off Judgment Day now, or do you, because I feel like the writing's on the wall, this is going to Charlotte and Alexa. Like, I mean, I feel like you've been building up this little friendship deal they got going on. I feel like you got to put the titles on. I mean, especially when you look at how the titles are just so irrelevant. At least it's going to have like the title swapping. I think is good for these titles. I mean, that's how I feel.
Did we see Liv interrupting on this one?
That's an interesting thought, because I know John has some very strong thoughts about another particular injured wrestler that we'll get to here in a bit. And
you don't know what I'm actually thinking on that, though.
Well, I know, but listen, they have made it such a narrative point that Liv's going to be gone for a long time. Liv's going to be gone for a long time. And in theory, yeah, she very well could be. But it's been such a strong on-screen narrative point that it does make you wonder, is Liv actually good to go and she coming back? I don't know. Because it has been an ongoing narrative, but with like Finn Balor, for example, of him constantly reminding the audience and the Judgment Day, Liv's going to be gone for a while. Liv's going to be gone for a while. So I don't know. It's a good question. It's worth considering. Because it has been a little red flaggish to me.
I think I'm surprised they haven't scrapped Judgment Day yet, to be honest with you.
True.
I think it's starting to get a little old. They really have not had a clear direction on what they want to do. Okay, so hey, let's bring Raquel in. Okay, Liv's gone. Let's bring Roxanne in.
Hey, at least they all have gold. At least it feels like the faction is relevant in some form.
That's one thing I was going to bring up. Now, I will admit, in the past, I have not been a big fan of the Judgment Day. This saga of cocky Finn Balor, because Judgment Day holds all the gold. They all have a piece of gold. it's a fun little thing when it cuts back and you see Finn Balor being a little shit because of it.
Yeah, right.
I will say I do not expect any gold in Judgment Day to be dropped until Liv comes back. So if Liv shows up here, I think they would drop the belts. Because she would come in, try to help out, accidentally screw it up. Then you get then you actually start having some of this drama or drama in quotes, I guess, where they had all the gold, she comes back, and suddenly everybody's losing their gold.
Yeah.
I think that would be a fun little storyline for them to do, and I could see that being a direction they go.
Hey, something else to think about with that possibility is two things. One, just remembered, this is Liv's hometown. She's from New Jersey. So shout out to that. So it is quite possible we could be seeing something. And two, Liv very well could be out for a while, but she might have now reached a point where she could at least maybe do travel. You know what I mean? Kind of similar to when Seth was injured last year before Mania, and he was still appearing on Raw and stuff, but he was just injured. So, I mean, she could be at least cleared to, just do the travel and be part of shows in a non-physical way. So that's something else to consider, that she really could show up here if, rehab and everything has progressed enough where she could at least be on the show, right? And do the travel schedule. So you might be onto something. Like, if Liv comes back here, yeah, titles could get dropped here.
Yeah, because it's one of those where it's like Liv got hurt. She's out. Suddenly Judgment Day has everything again.
Yeah.
It would make sense, at least in their storyline, if, for whatever reason, while she's gone, they have everything, and then when she comes back, they start to lose everything.
Yeah. That would be a really good story for that Judgment Day split that's coming. I like that story a lot.
No, not a Judgment Day split. Just Liv's gonna get kicked out.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, fair enough.
And then we have another iteration of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, what would that be, the fourth or fifth one at this point?
It's something like that.
Yeah, something crazy. Ricky, what about you?
Yeah, I don't know which route to go in on this one. I'm just going to be dead honest with you. Like I said, the only reason I could see them dropping the titles like this quickly, or whatever the case may be, to Alexa and Charlotte, is because for Alexa and Charlotte, there's really no clear picture beyond this. What they're gonna do with either one of them. As you could see if y'all watched the WWE Unreal, spoiler alert. Sorry, John. I gotta spoil this to you a little bit, but when Charlotte lost to WrestleMania, you could kind of tell she was having something new with her career, because she's been on top for so long.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have a clear direction, and it's not necessarily a fault of her own. She's had a few injuries over the years. You've got to start promoting some of the younger ones, because that's what they did with her. You just gotta go with the younger ones sometimes. And in this very well case, I could definitely see either way for this match to happen, just because there's no clear direction. I could almost see, and I'm almost going to go ahead and lock it in. I think Charlotte and Alexa win this one.
That's who I'm going to pick, because mostly I feel like you got to give Alexa something since she's been back. Because it's like Charlotte, yeah, she hasn't really won anything per se, but she did win the Rumble, and she got to be in a Mania match. Alexa came back at the Rumble with the much larger pop, by the way. She should have been 30, not Nikki Bella. I stand by what I said. And
oh, yeah, absolutely.
She's had nothing out of it since. She got to be part of the Elimination Chamber. Cool. She missed Mania. So I feel like you got to give Alexa something, but I do agree with you. I think it could legit be a coin flip, but I'm going Charlotte and Alexa.
And I think one of the things we also need to know is that Charlotte has been wanting to be a babyface for a while now, and this might be the only way to get her to push her to a babyface.
Yeah, it's this whole friendship storyline.
Alexa's getting, because like you said, Alexa's getting the bigger pop right now. This could be the way to do it.
That's a good point. That's a really good point to get people no longer hating Charlotte. So that's also a good point.
I will never hate Charlotte. I still think she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. I said it.
Not Bianca?
Hell no! Don't you even get me started with that.
I'm still going Judgment Day.
Okay.
I like the idea of seeing coming back Monday night and having Finn Balor being with his goofy ass big grin on his face, carrying all the gold again.
I love this character of Finn right now. I was really in the mindset of after, going into Mania, it's like we all knew Dom would win. The writing was on the walls. I was really in the mindset that Finn needs to step away as a character and like come back later, because like obviously Finn as a character had lost so damn much. It's like he's not a threat at all. His music sucks. There's no pop for him, nothing. He just needs to go away, come back, get people wanting him, and then come back to a big. Nah, dude, I love this shit eating grin Finn we've got right now. I'm with you, dude. It's so good every single Monday right now. I love it. All right, next up we have Roman and Jay versus Bron. How we feeling about this little tag match?
I love the Brons. I love the Brons working together. Of course, I am a little biased because I love both of them when they were in the Intercontinental title picture. Right. I love the big meaty boys beating the hell out of everybody.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and this here is just basically more of. It's more of. How do I say this without? I don't want to say that the Bron has a chip on their shoulder, but they have the most pressure here because the fact is this is their chance to prove to Triple H and the company that, hey, you can push us in the future and we're going to be able to handle it.
And the fans.
And then this is their way to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're going up against arguably the most money-making person in the entire company in Roman Reigns, former champion Jey Uso, which
still pissed about that personally.
I don't understand why they did what they did.
Because you just had to have a title involved with fucking Snoozeberg. But hey, at least Gunther got more than a 5-minute match out of him. Shout out.
That is true. Yeah, shout out to that. But at the same time, they could have done that way later on than what they did. But in some ways, it was starting to get a little dry like Damian Priest's run was, but it was a totally different situation. So I think either way that they go here, I still think they're going Roman Reigns, Jey Uso. I still think they're gonna push them to win this match. I could possibly see Roman and Bron Breakker possibly going to Crown Jewel to have a match against each other. That's kind of it seems like they're kind of trying to push that just a little bit. I also believe that they're pushing Bron Breakker to be the next big guy.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's getting the most pop. I love Bronson Reed. I think Bronson Reed is going to be a terrific talent. I think he's a terrific talent already, but I think he's going to be somewhat bigger for the future. But I think right now, per se, Bron Breakker seems to be the guy who is ready to carry this company, at least in the future. Not now, obviously. But I really believe when Bron came out and said that I'm the big dog now, which don't get me wrong, I didn't buy it necessarily per se, but I thought he carried that like as he meant it, like I'm the big dog now and I'm going to prove it to you. And so that kind of gave me that vibe that they're going to give him a pretty good push before too long. I don't think necessarily it's going to be a championship for a while. I'd say another year or two before they put a title on him. But
a main title,
either way they go here, a main title, right? Either way I can see them going either way here. I'm going to take Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Roman Reigns hasn't had a win in a while, so give me them two.
What you got, Alex?
See, I'm in the mindset of it's Roman and Jay because it's Roman. Roman, didn't Roman take the pin at Mania? I think he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, because, CM Punk got betrayed first, then Roman. So, Roman ate the pin at Mania. Roman got the accidental double stomp by Seth at Rumble, which shout out to Unreal for pointing that out, or even everyone in the back like, hey, is Roman okay? Because that was an obvious slip by Seth where he got both feet on the back of his head. So it's like, with Roman coming back, it's Roman Reigns kind of thing, right? It's kind of the mindset of like, okay, the big person's back. You don't really have them lose. Obviously, if that team lost, it would be Jay taking that pin. But I don't know, Roman might take the pin too because Roman's got enough star power where he can take pins. especially if it's a Braun breaker pinning him. You know, like it's totally. Yeah, I can see it, but I guess it's kind of the question we have to ask ourselves: if the Brons lose this, what further credibility do they have? Because Seth's still not there. Is it simply that, Paul Heyman's with him and Seth's the Money in the Bank winner, even though Paul... You see what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I mean, they're the Brons, but it's like, if Roman and Jay loses, they still have all the credibility in the world. It's like, the Bron, I mean, this is still a new faction, right? Like, you know, what credibility do they have as a faction? I feel like I'm kind of almost talking myself into the Brons winning.
I'm gonna jump in here because I just wanted to piggyback off something that was said at the beginning of this. This is the Brons' chance to prove themselves. Seth's not in the picture right now.
True.
This is their chance to say we don't need a big star for us to be big stars.
Right.
This is their chance to show, hey, we can carry this on our own. We don't need someone like Seth to carry this faction for us. So I've got Brons winning.
You know, I think I talked myself into the Brons.
I got the Brons winning this, and honestly, one thing that I've been thinking about is, Roman has not had the best time this year. He got pinned at Mania. You could have this kind of story of Roman coming back and always kind of looking dominant, but he can't he can't follow through right now in a way.
Yeah.
You got the Brons working together, two big destructive forces of nature essentially overpowering him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he's not necessarily used to that. So I could see this going away where like Jay kind of gets beat up early. Roman comes in thinking he's going to dominate and just gets beat down by the Brons and kind of destroyed. And then you ending up with that Braun breaker pinning him to set up their future match.
You know, something else to point out is everything you're saying right now about how he's had a rough year narratively, and just kind of, you got to think there's another perspective to look at is maybe this is like one to help build this faction, build the Brons, but also help build down Roman a little bit because of that run that he went on. Because even though, yes, he lost to Cody and stuff, he went on his little hiatus, he came back, had his whole feud with the Bloodline. He was consistently looking strong until basically this Rumble. You know what I mean? He's still like Roman Reigns. He's still the guy. Because another example of where WWE had to take a moment to almost build down a character is John Cena. Because, John Cena lost to The Rock. Then we had the big, narratively, this was the worst year of my life, building back up to beating The Rock. But during that time, he was still Super Cena, right? Like, he was still Super Cena.
During that time, it's his worst year of his life, main events every pay-per-view.
Exactly. Like, he's still Super Cena. And honestly, still was Super Cena even after WrestleMania 30. In my opinion, Super Cena died at SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar, because
that was terribly booked.
Yeah, no, that was perfectly booked, because that was like, you had Brock beat the streak. If you have like a fair match, like John Cena's pointing this out, it kills that momentum that was from Brock Lesnar beating the streak. And that also helped destroy Super Cena, where he became a little bit more humanized. And they're possibly...
we're talking about something else. Never mind.
Okay, yeah. And we're kind of doing, it feels like a little bit the same way with Roman Reigns. So, again, I've already convinced myself I'm locking in the Brons, because you're building the faction. You're doing what John said, where you don't need Seth, which could help further add a faction breakup later on. And even if Roman eats this pin, we as fans... it's still Roman Reigns. Like, he still has, the star power. He still has a high credit limit on his credit card. He's still Roman Reigns. So, Brons, baby. Lock it in.
Y'all talked me into changing my pick as well. Could y'all see this go into War Games?
If Seth is healthy, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, I see Seth cashing in his money in the bank for too long. I see Seth and Roman going WrestleMania next year, as long as Seth is able to come back and he's healthy.
Because we need that match at some point. It's never happened.
Well, how are we going to have Judgment Day in War Games?
Then? Oh, stop. Yeah. You be quiet right now. Enough out of you. We had that once, and that's it.
No. We had Rollins and Reigns. It was at Royal Rumble 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, never happened at Mania is what I meant. Kind of like John Cena and Orton.
Yeah, true.
They've never.
That would be necessary.
Yeah, they've never. Seth and Roman's never gone at it one-on-one at Rumble, unfortunately. At Mania. Yeah. All right, next up we have Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, which apparently by all reports, Karrion Kross has still not got a new deal, him and Scarlett both. So I feel like with how over Karrion's been, they just kind of given him maybe like a swan song as he's going to like get released. I mean, is that how we're feeling?
Could be.
Or is this like a Punk thing where he's going to actually sign a contract at the last possible second?
Yeah, but they really haven't given him any kind of a push for me to say, hey, they're gonna
no joke,
not re-sign him.
I mean, they've given him a little bit more screen time recently, but that's it.
I mean, Karrion Kross. I mean, his backstage segments are the best part about him.
Yeah,
they really are. He's not.
It's like him. Even if they like, yeah, he's not going to be in any title pictures, but it's like if he could kind of be that looming background figure that he has been. I mean, he's been great to see in like the background segments and stuff like that. I don't know if that's enough for him. It might be, but I don't know.
See, knowing that he has not signed a new contract and apparently there hasn't really been negotiations just automatically tells me Sami's going to win. But I would like to think that, like, hey, Karrion's going to win this and he's going to get re-signed because he's just so over, you know? But, like, I don't know, man. I mean, they re-signed R-Truth after all the fan backlash. They haven't done anything with him.
Yeah, but that's R-Truth. Everybody... It's two totally different wrestlers. It's two totally different characters. I'm just saying, two totally. Now, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed Karrion Kross a lot more this past year or so than I have ever. And then, you know, there's other things that I could add on that I'm not going to add on because I don't want to get in trouble. So, anyways. No. With that being said, I think Sami's going to get the win regardless if they sign a new contract or not. I would love to see Karrion Kross get a push, get a win, but he is more of the heel type, almost like a Jack Nicholson Joker type character, where he's not this dark dude or anything like that. He is just a funny heel. Yeah, like I said, best of luck to him. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but like I said, I think Sami gets the win.
I'll go ahead and lock it in here. Unlikely to happen, but what I want to see happen, I would like to see Kross get the win here, regardless of if he gets the contract or not, or if he re-signs or not. Because at the end of the day, Sami doesn't necessarily need it, because Sami's character is like the lovable underdog babyface anyway.
Yeah.
He's one of the few, like, people on the roster that can come out behind in feuds and still also like be more over because of it.
Right. Yeah, see, that's been my mindset on Sami for a while, is that he could eat losses and be fine.
It's what we're Kross is super over. Like, people want to see Kross get a push. People will be excited to see him win the match on a PLE, because like he lost the first one. Yeah, he got his win back, but he doesn't have his win on the PLE yet.
Right. I'm gonna go Karrion Kross as well, because like there is that part of me that's thinking that, like, you know, they do want to get a deal done because he is over. He's selling a ton of merch, so it's like, why wouldn't you? He's got a top 5 merch seller every time a new shirt comes out, and as of recently, so it's like, why wouldn't you, right? You know, get him, you know, maybe, you know, win this and get him injected into, let's say, some Judgment Day storylines and start being a little weaving there. Basically trying to say, get him into like an IC title picture where he can have a title is what I'm trying to imply here. I'm going to say Karrion Kross because I'm going to view it as like from a negotiation standpoint of like kind of like a good faith thing. Like, hey, we're going to give you a win at a big PLE first 2-night SummerSlam. Here you got a dub in the books. Like, let's keep working on this contract. That's the way I'm going to view it. So let's go Karrion Kross. Then I assume this is the main event, right? Like, was it confirmed that this is the main event? Gunther and Punk, or is Roman and Jay? Because it's Roman. This is the main event, right, of night one. Gunther and CM Punk. Have we seen that?
I would assume it is.
That's my assumption. But yeah, Gunther and Punk. How are we feeling about this one? I think their promo battles have been pretty fun. I've enjoyed their back and forth quite a bit. There's a lot of. I think there's a few things to unpack here. I got to be honest. I think John's got some potential takes on this.
No, not on that.
Really? Okay.
This one, I don't. I wish this had more than 2 weeks of build. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, it's just been like Gunther doing his normal thing, basically, and then Punk coming out and doing his normal thing.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten anything like fresh or new with this feud that I would have hoped for. Because the other thing is it's also Punk facing Gunther with kind of the attitude of like, I need a world title. I want one now. He just had a world. He had the WWE match like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's like, so I haven't enjoyed the promo aspect of it that much because there's been nothing to it for me. Mm-hmm. It's like, because Punk coming out and being like, yeah, I want a title. It's like, well, did you not want it when you faced Cena?
Right.
Well, Cena's was more of, I'm going to beat the crap out of you, Cena, until I beat the old John Cena out and snap out of it.
Yeah,
that's more of what it was.
It's just weird for like a couple weeks later to declare now is when I want a title when you just went for the main title. Right. It's like, regardless of circumstances of why your intentions with that match, it just happened. Yeah. If it was like a couple months removed, then it wouldn't bother me as much. But it's a weird like line to be like, yeah, this is my motivation for it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, well, I just saw you do that.
Right.
I'd be wrong, but didn't I see on WWE Unreal that they were going to go Punk and Gunther at Mania?
Yes, that was the plan.
So I think they're just kind of rebounding, I guess, from that. I don't know, because they went a totally different direction, obviously.
I think match. Yeah, they wanted Punk and Gunther at Mania, but then Jey Uso got hot, so they went. Yeah. So they went for Jey Uso, and then it's kind of like everything or a lot of stuff they wanted got just pushed down the line half a year, basically.
Yeah. So still kind of just circling back to some original plans kind of thing. For me, I look at this and I can't help but to think, is there going to be some shenanigans when it comes to, obviously Punk? I cannot help but to think that, will the Brons do something to mess this match up? Is the theory that Seth Rollins is not actually hurt, is that true? There's questions, and because it's like there's a part of me that finds it tough to believe that Punk could just win this and it just get won.
I mean, I can see that. The Brons coming down doesn't make as much sense unless Seth is there for it, because it's Seth's whole feud against Punk. It's not the Brons. The Brons are trying to make their own way right now. They're trying to show they don't need Seth.
Yeah.
So them doing something on behalf of Seth, in my mind, doesn't make sense here unless Seth is there with them.
Yeah, I mean, but I could also possibly see if they do end up putting the title on Punk, I could possibly see them later on down the road, when if Seth is legitimately injured, I could possibly see having Seth cash in on CM Punk to screw him over one more time. But then again, you would have to have another match for a feud or whatever to kind of end their feud or whatever the case may be. I hate to say this, but it doesn't matter which way they go. It's kind of dull. Where are they going to go with Gunther from here?
That's a big question with Gunther.
he's because think about it. They all of a sudden took the title off of Jey Uso. Did not expect that whatsoever. I thought that was the dumbest thing in the world. And the only reason they did it was because whenever they brought the Goldberg back, you know, they had that whole ordeal with Gunther and Goldberg and everything like that with his son, you know, whatever the case may be. That match was terrible, by the way.
True.
And now you're kind of stuck with, we keep the title on Gunther. It's almost kind of like when CM Punk had his first World Heavyweight Championship run. It was kind of dry. They just said, we're just going to put the title on you. In some ways, it doesn't matter who wins this match. That's basically what they're doing. Because what are they going to do? What can you – obviously, you have more options with Punk than what you do with Gunther.
Yeah.
Because Gunther held the title for a year, had it away from him for, a month or two, and then got it back. I mean, it just seems dry. And I don't know where they're going from here. Like this is kind of the part where I'm ready for the next 5 episodes of Unreal to come out, to where they're building up to SummerSlam, so that way I can hear their thought process into this nonsense that they created. Because this is nonsense. This is total nonsense as a WWE fan. Total nonsense as a creator standpoint. It makes no sense whatsoever. And so, yeah, I just, like I said, the only way it would seem a little bit less dry is if they let Punk win this match, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to retain Gunther. I don't know where they're going with this, but.
See, I've actually got Punk winning. I think it's time. I think you go ahead and put the title on Punk, but also Punk is also in that mode similar to Randy, where he's just having a good time. You know what I mean? Where he's just he wants to put on good storylines. Like, I don't think for Phil Brooks, I don't think the title is that big of a deal, right? It's just, you know, making money and putting on good matches and storylines. But you put the title on Punk, and you do have some potentially better storylines, but they are kind of rehashed storylines, but so is Gunther's. But you look at Gunther's rehashed storylines and Punk's rehashed storylines, I'd rather rehash Punk's. I'd rather rehash a Drew McIntyre thing, a Seth Rollins thing that's currently still ongoing, versus rehashing Sami Zayn with Gunther or rehashing Jey Uso with Gunther. Because it's like with Gunther, it's like they can't seem to figure out what to do with him when he didn't have the title. But when he does have the title, it's like the main obstacles he has, we just keep rehashing the same storylines. Right. So it's just like it is the question of where you go from here. But you can also look at it, you know, let's loop it back to the first match we talked about. Like, whoever wins it here is going to probably carry it to Crown Jewel. CM Punk, John Cena, Crown Jewel, or do you want to lock in the Gunther versus John Cena at Crown Jewel, because that match hasn't happened yet? Punk Cena round 2?
You don't want to put Cena in there with Gunther.
Come on now.
I don't know that Cena can take that punishment.
So that's also something else to consider, though, is like who's going to be representing the title for Crown Jewel versus, more than likely, obviously, John Cena. That's something else to think about.
So here's a thought that I've had, and I kind of want to get y'all's opinion on it too, because I've got Punk winning this match, but I've also thought the entire time since Punk has come back to WWE that Punk winning a title could be like the start of him doing a heel turn.
True.
So Punk could win the title and once he has the title, start like a character change, and it'll take a little while for it to happen because everybody loves Punk right now. But it could be one where it's like, if he wins it here and if he held it to Mania, then by Mania he could be a heel.
True.
So I could see Punk getting it here and then setting up something, because as good as like a Drew rehash would be, I think he would want to change it around and have him face more of like, because if Punk stays a babyface, there's not as many like heel challengers for him right now.
Yeah.
If you turn him heel, he can, or like even a kind of a tweener, he can face. He's got a more interesting group of people he could face. That's
fair.
If he was there, so I've got Punk winning. like I said, I mainly wish this had a couple more weeks of build so we could have somewhat of an interesting storyline going in, other than we wanted to do this at Mania.
Right. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, a couple more weeks of build would have been good, but I could see it going for the long-term play of turn him heel and stuff, which would be great. Obviously, Punk heel is great, or just being a tweener. So, now you bring up a good point about the challenger possibilities. All right, let's move over to night 2. Let's kick things off with the big tag match. The Wyatt Six, Andrade and Rey Fenix, DIY, Firaxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. How are we feeling on this one? This is a TLC match, too. This is going to be an absolute just turn your brain off and enjoy some chaotic wrestling. That's my mindset. I mean, they are giving this SmackDown set of tag teams the love they should have got at Mania, that they got the SmackDown after Mania. This should have been at Mania, something like this. I'm glad we're getting it at SummerSlam.
I just want to say one thing at the start here. I think it's too many teams.
Too many teams?
There's too many bodies that are going to be here. It's
going to be fun, man. It's going to be the six-pack.
It's the 6-pack, but you got 12 guys that are going to be around. That means this match is either going to be too long, or not everybody's going to get their stuff in.
This is going to be great. I'm feeling it.
I think it'll be fun, but I think if you took 1 to 2 teams out of this, you could have a better match.
I mean, if you want to take one out, just take out Andrade and Rey Fenix. But you know.
that's the main one that I'm like, they don't necessarily need to be in there.
Yeah, everyone else makes sense, but those two are
they're just in there because Andrade and Rey Fenix can do some cool shit off a ladder.
Yeah, right.
That's why they're in this match.
Do they take the titles off the Wyatts already? Because I say no. My pick is the Wyatts, the Wyatt Six. Because I think now that like Bo Dallas is assumingly healthy, I think you start actually really building this group that had an amazing debut and has had almost nothing since. I don't think you take it off of them.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you take it off of them either. With the rest of the tag teams that are on here. Of course, DIY, they had a pretty good run. Don't get me started with the Street Profits. We can go into that later. I am not as familiar with Firaxium or Motor City Machine Guns. I'm not as familiar with them as I am the rest of them. But I'm assuming, since I'm not as familiar with the rest of them, they're not getting the titles yet.
Firaxium is the future of the tag team division on the main roster, but they're still young. They're still young. I just want
to hop in real quick because the smart pick is that the Wyatts retain.
Yeah.
I'm not going with the smart pick. I'm going with what should be the pick. You put them on the future of the tag team division. Firaxium should walk away with these titles.
Firaxium is so good.
Like I said, I've seen them. They're talented. I'm just not as familiar with them. But in a lot of ways, anytime you have a challenge like this, usually titles do change hands. Let's just remember that as well.
That's true.
So that is true. And I don't know why they have not pushed Andrade as much as they should have, but they need to find a way to get him something soon, because he's been the back burner of everything since he joined WWE, left WWE, and came back. So I'm just saying.
I can tell you what the problem with Andrade is. Andrade's problem, he's got the Chad Gable problem. He's too good at working with the new guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chad Gable is your consistent guy that you put in there with your new talent. Andrade is the same thing for like the high flyers.
Right.
Well, either way, I think the Wyatt Six do retain here. I think this match is going to be very entertaining because it is a TLC match. So I will say this much: I'm looking forward to seeing it just because it's ladders.
Yeah,
right. There's tables. I could see this big ass stack of tables going, and then putting DIY through a bunch of tables that are stacked 12 feet high or 1,200 feet high, however long it is that it's going to go up in the air. I can see all kinds of stuff happening to this. But like I said, with it being violent, they do need to continue to push the Wyatt Six, because like Alex said earlier, they've done absolutely nothing with them since their debut. That they debuted this group. And if y'all remember the last time, some of the ones that were with the Wyatt Six, you'll know who I'm talking about. They end up letting them go quickly because they didn't have anything for them to do. And so give me the Wyatt 6.
That's who I've got too. I'm doing Wyatt.
I agree 100% that this match is just going to be, like you said, Alex, turn your brain off, fun, crazy. This match is just going to be crazy spots, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm gonna go with what I want to see happen rather than the smart pick, and I'm gonna go with Fraxium because I think because after this it's like it's just gonna be back to defending the belts, and I think Fraxium or with the rest of the division, I think Fraxium is gonna be the ones who would have the more exciting matches, and that's more of what I would want to see coming out of it, because with the SmackDown tag titles, I'm more interested in the good matches than the storylines.
Right.
On the Raw side, I'm more interested in like storylines and stuff because that's all they do over on Raw.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's fair.
The SmackDown division is much better in ring, or like much more entertaining in ring performers. They've got the better division, honestly.
Oh yeah, they have the better tag division.
And it's like, I would like to see the belts going on people I want to see have the matches.
Right.
That's why I'm picking Fraxium.
So I'm glad you also clarified that you're going with the heart pick, not the smart pick, because I just remembered something else that's just like, bet your mortgage, not really, on the Wyatts. Also keep in mind that just as of this week, the long rumored Halloween Horror Nights house has finally been confirmed. Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios will feature a Wyatt 6 house. So I don't think you make that announcement and have them lose the tag belts. It's going to be the Wyatt 6. Especially, again, they waited till this week to make the announcement. I did see it
earlier this week.
Yo, listen. Brother, I've been telling Christina and Andy, like, don't sleep on this house. This house has the potential to steal the damn show. I was like, I had to give them the lore, brother, of the Firefly Funhouse, the OG Wyatt family, what the Wyatt 6 are, the Fiend. I had to give them all the lore that this house could be legit. Anyway, give me the Wyatt 6. I just remembered the Halloween Horror Nights thing. It's a lock.
Yeah. I'm full prepared to lose out on this pick.
All right, fair enough.
This is one that I'm going into knowing I'm getting wrong. I'm just okay with it.
Let's remind everyone, this man picked Solo Sikoa to beat Cody Rhodes. Just for the memes. Anyway, let's keep moving.
I don't know how I got talked into actually doing it.
All right, next up, probably my favorite storyline of all the matches of SummerSlam right now. We got Dirty Dom and Unk AJ Styles. I'm so pumped for this match for the IC title.
Yeah. I think this is gonna be fun. I've already kind of spoiled my pick, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say it out here. I think Judgment Day is not losing any gold until Liv Morgan comes back. Also, AJ just pinned him.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like I don't see him immediately losing after getting pinned, but my God, has AJ been one of the most fun people to watch in the last few weeks? In the small sections he's been getting, oh man, it's been so great. I know some people may not like comedy goofball AJ, but man, it's been one of my favorite things to see.
It's been incredible. No, this storyline's great, dude. I've got Dirty Dom because we got to keep in mind this weekend is the anniversary of Dirty Dom's time with WWE. He's a 20-plus year veteran. Let's keep that in mind. He debuted at SummerSlam, and now he's here defending the title at SummerSlam. Give me the 20-year WWE vet, Dirty Dom, to retain the dang title. God, I love Dom so much. I love that he's hammering, oh yeah, I'm a 20-year vet. I debuted at SummerSlam as a kid. God, I love Dom.
Yeah, and I really believe, I'm so glad my prediction was right at WrestleMania. Whenever he won the title at WrestleMania, he got that pop. That just tells you the crowd is behind him. I think eventually they will turn him babyface. Once, I think he will be one of the main reasons Judgment Day does go away, besides Liv Morgan. But enjoy it while it lasts. AJ Styles is giving him a pretty good push here, and I think it's going to be a great match. It's going to be a funny match. They're going to find some way to entertain people. I love, one of my favorite ones was when Judgment Day's coming up, and then AJ Styles was trying to get his key because he was the valet.
Yeah,
that was great. I mean, they're having fun with this, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, give me Dirty Dom for the win.
My favorite one was the praying.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying my favorite one for AJ was the praying. Yeah, John, me and you were telling Zach about that one. The praying one was my favorite. It's like, oh, please. That was my favorite.
I mean, honestly, one of my favorite ones was with, like, when Dom had the cake delivered and the camera just pans over and AJ's like half behind some boxes, just going,
watching you. Made a great meme out of it. Great reaction meme out of it, brother.
Oh my god.
I do have a question for you guys about who do you see eventually taking this title off Dom?
That's the question.
Because he's so over right now, and he's getting such reactions. I don't know who's going to be the one that actually ends up doing it.
It'll probably be one of the younger ones that are coming up. We probably don't know who it is exactly yet. I can't give you an exact name, exact visual, or anything like that. But I could honestly see him dropping the title to one of the younger ones, one of the young and upcoming wrestlers that they're going to push eventually. When that happens, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be anytime this year though. I could be wrong.
Do you think it could be like an NXT call up as like one of their first matches to like really put them over?
My guess is Oba.
Maybe like a. Well, I wasn't thinking Oba. I was thinking like when Trick Williams eventually drops the TNA title, him coming up.
Speaking of Trick Williams, do y'all think him and the Undertaker thing is something that's legitimately going to happen, or y'all just think it's just something to push him?
It's something to push him.
I think it's something to push him because Undertaker also showed up a little bit for Braun Breaker.
True.
Yeah, something to push him. Now, Trick Williams would be a good one too. All right, next up, U.S. title match. Solo and Jacob. Does Jacob get the title back, or do you keep it with Solo, who Solo's character is 10 out of 10 now? I love Solo's character since they pulled him away from being the super serious character to just, like, let him be him. You know what I mean? He's so damn funny. It's like, where do you go with this?
Yeah, I think they keep the title on Solo here.
What's the name of his group?
This, though, it's going to be the Head Scratcher. Because the thing about it is, though, you can do whatever you want to with Jacob Fatu after this. Because it doesn't matter what you do with Jacob Fatu. He's going to be an over-top character. What do you do with Solo after this? I mean, that's kind of where you pair him up with after this. Like, there's so many questions I have with Solo, with Gunther, with Punk, with all this other stuff. It's like, where are you going with this stuff? And that's kind of the biggest head scratcher that I do have right now. I don't think they're going to take it off of him right away because he got it from Fatu. But
the only one that I can guess for Solo is personally what I thought we were going to get at like Mania, like it was going to somehow work this way to Mania. But then he became a sacrificial pawn to the storyline. I mean, it would just, in my mind, you could go Solo and Jimmy. Because I thought that's what we were building up to, but then Jimmy kind of became the sacrificial pawn, to give a massive injection to a so-so storyline of Jay and Gunther. That's how everyone perceived that. Gunther beating the crap out of Jimmy where he missed Mania is to help make that storyline better. And it
makes
worked.
Way more sense than the first name that entered my head.
What were you thinking?
Carmelo Hayes.
He needs something.
That's the thing. He needs something. He's really good.
Yeah.
Well, he's really good in ring. His character needs some work.
Right.
But it'd be something to put him in there with because, again, we got this goofball Solo character. It's like you could put a Carmelo in there with him, although Jimmy makes way more sense.
See, I want to see Solo and Jimmy finally play out, and I want to see Jimmy get his shot at a single title too, and then we can do like a Mello thing. But I want to see Jimmy get his opportunity as well because Jimmy's character's been great too. Jimmy's hilarious. They've really truly established Jay and Jimmy as two separate characters. They did throughout the Bloodline saga, but now that they've fully gone off to be single stars, they've both established themselves really well. Jimmy's freaking hilarious. Let's give him a title, man. So I'm going to call Solo to win because I want to get us to the Solo and Jimmy, obviously the IRL brothers match here. That's what I want.
But I thought I was going to be the only one saying Solo. I'm used to being the only one to say Solo.
You are usually the only one saying Solo, but I'm going Solo with you this time. I'm going to ride with you.
Like, it's one where, like you said, Jacob fought. Solo's got he's got his like faction behind him. You can wonk the finish a little bit to keep Jacob looking strong.
Yeah.
And Jacob can do whatever he wants to from here. He can be in any feud, and he's going to look fantastic coming out of it.
Sure.
Solo's finally got a character worked out after they tried to make him like the super serious bloodline leader replacement. He's got something working right now. Keep it going.
Bingo. Ricky, you going Solo too?
Yep.
All right,
Red Solo Cup.
Lock it in, boys. Lock it in. All right, next up, the women's IC title. We got Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria, and Lyra Valkyria can never challenge the title again if she loses. This is also a no disqualification, no count out, last chance match, which I guess I just said, but whatever. I just want to start off here. I get this wrong every time. I love Lyra. I would like to see this belt back on Lyra because, I mean, through this feud, she's like really blossomed as a character, and her in-ring work is fantastic as well. That being said, I'm gonna say Becky's winning this. Okay.
Because it's one where the stipulation would almost make you think Lyra has to win then.
Right.
But the stipulation is just while Becky's champion, and honestly, we've halfway got a three-way feud going on.
We do. It's a shame Bayley's not here.
Which means we got one other person in this feud that honestly she'd come in and cost Becky, or not Becky. She'd come in and cost Lyra. Her character's been kind of weird trying to figure out what she's got going on. So we could have a Bayley come in and cost Lyra the opportunity so that she can face Becky.
Right. I can see that too. I'm still going to go ahead and lock in Lyra, but you're making me sway a little bit where I could see Becky too. Like,
oh, believe me, I want Lyra to win.
Yeah.
But every time I pick Lyra, she loses.
Right. I'm still going Lyra, but yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Like when I say I'm going Lyra, it's like a 51% I'm locking in Lyra. Like I'm right there with you. So I'm going Lyra, but I do see the legs on it. I do also wish Bayley was in this. You know, I know we already had that triple threat, but it was so good. Let's run it back, especially since Bayley already missed Mania and now she's missing SummerSlam. So hopefully she's involved with this in some form. In what form we'll see, but I'm going Lyra.
We gotta run it back at like Survivor Series or something.
Yeah,
it's Triple H booking. He can elongate this as long as he wants to. I mean, as long as the people in the matches keep stealing the show every time they have matches, he can keep it going.
Yeah.
So this would be the third time they face each other, right?
Yeah, they're 1-1.
I'm locking Becky.
Okay.
If you lock Lyra in, that means we're going to have to see them again. And probably a fifth time, too. I don't want that.
Well, I mean...
Good matches, but typically, when you have a good feud, a trio is about it. And
Yeah.
let's remember something, gentlemen. This is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. No one gives a damn about the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, nobody gave a damn about it. People,
Hey, people love it now.
Nobody cares about the U.S. title
True.
right now.
True, very true on that part. But here's my point. Nobody will care to see a 4 and 5 match feud for an Intercontinental Championship. That's why I'm locking in Becky, because you're gonna have to have 4. You're gonna have to have at least 2 more matches for this to be a completion of all feuds. You would have to have at least 2 more matches. I don't want to see 1 more match, not for the Intercontinental Championship, at least.
I think this Becky will win here, I think it spins off into either a Lyra Bailey or Bailey Becky thing for a while, and maybe this feud just elevates at some point for a different title.
Maybe I don't know. Nothing anytime soon. Nothing big, anyways. They're not going after the women's title. They already have that push going.
Yeah, it'd be a while away. I do think at some point in the next year that the Intercontinental title ends up back on Lyra, but not from a Bailey or like a Becky match.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel you, but also just kind of quick double back before we move on. Man, people love this title, Ricky. Let's calm down. This title became important.
I'm not saying that people don't love the title. I'm not saying that people don't get. When I say they don't care to see longer feud for an Intercontinental Championship from what they've already seen.
I see what he's saying there. If you're gonna have the 5-match feud, which is honestly the Becky Lyra feud, could go on forever.
Yeah,
it's one where if you want to have the feud have 5-7 matches, something like that, it's got to be over a larger title or something.
Yeah, I get that.
Or just not even a title in general, just have like a fucking blood feud or something going on.
Right. Well, hey, speaking of larger title, let's go to the women's world heavyweight or women's world championship. Naomi, Rhea, and Io Sky. This match is gonna slap. Like, this is gonna be one of them bangers.
This match is gonna slap. I've already told you who I think's winning this match.
Yeah, I'm going Naomi.
I think this match is gonna be fantastic. I would, even without my previous like reasoning for what I think is gonna happen, I would have Naomi winning this match, because you can't, in my opinion, you can't have Rhea technically get a win over Io unless it's in a singles match.
True. That, and you also, if you have Naomi lose, you waste that cash in.
That's a big part of the, that's the main part of the Rhea Io thing, is Rhea can't beat Io.
True.
She always loses that match. So
yep.
I think eventually they have the match, or those two end up having a match for a title at some point, with Io being champion and Rhea finally gets the win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when that's going to happen, but I don't see a way where either Io or Rhea win this match. I think they're going to cancel each other out in this match, basically.
Right. Nullify each other, kind of thing. I feel that. I'm with you, because I feel like the big crowning moment of Rhea beating Io is just one that we're building up to, like you're saying. So I mean, I've got Naomi here. I don't know who's going to eat the pin per se.
I've got the finish in my mind. I'll let you guys talk before I say what my finish is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I see the ending of this match, and I think I know exactly how it's going to play out.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I got Naomi. I don't know who's eating the pin, so I'll be curious to hear your thoughts. What about you, Ricky? Who you got?
We're both eating the pin. Naomi is going to stack Io on top of Rhea. Double pin. Bam.
Edge and Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns situation. Okay.
Exactly. She's probably going to sit on him. Dadgummit. Anyways, so but yeah, Naomi's going to win. They're not going to take the title over this quick. It would be way too quick for as long as she's worked her butt off to get as far as she has.
True. She earned this spot.
I'm not a big fan of the glow or anything like that. I'm really not. But I'm a big fan of Naomi, though. I do believe in her, and I think she is going to do something. Whatever they decide to do after this, we'll see.
Yeah. I will say I much prefer the proceed with caution over feel the glow.
Yeah, I agree. The proceed with caution persona is so much better than feel the glow. So much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this heel Naomi is great, because you're also giving yourself a really nice, what feels like credible heel in the women's division that they kind of really needed. So yeah, no, I've been loving Naomi's work. Now, John, what's your finish?
My finish is Naomi's going to be outside, on the outside of the ring, and Rhea is gonna hit the second riptide on Io, start going for the pin, get pushed at, and the commentator's going to be talking about how she's finally going to get the win over him. Naomi's going to push her out of the ring and basically steal the win from her.
Okay. I can see that. I mean, that makes sense.
It's a good heel win.
That's a good heel win.
It's like with Naomi being this heel character and like having cashed in, and especially when she showed up and like kind of faced them both down, it was like, I've got the championship. You guys couldn't do anything about it. It's the perfect way for her to continue that storyline of Rhea never not being able to get the pin on Io, and also having Naomi win in a heel fashion.
Right. Yeah, no, I love that. That's actually a great idea. Let's get that. WWE hire this man. John, do you want to move to Connecticut?
No.
Okay. John's like, it's too cold for me to go to Connecticut.
I don't know much about Connecticut, but in my mind, it sucks.
Wow. WWE headquarters there, brother. Go be a writer.
I mean, you could find one cool thing anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Well, let's remember, Connecticut, their mascot is the Huskies for their college team. It tells you everything right there. It is too cold for me.
Wow.
I was going to say, I don't know shit about what you're talking about.
Yeah, UConn Huskies. Anyway, all right.
UConn, oh my God.
Yeah, he's not a sports guy. Besides, he likes some baseball.
Okay.
All right, so here we go, boys. I'm excited to talk about this one. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. I'm excited to talk about it because while we were going over the IC title, this is why I seemed distracted at the end. I wanted to check. I hopped on Twitter to see what's popping on SmackDown because, of course, as I said earlier, we're recording this while SmackDown's airing. Show opened up with Cena and Cody, and they are now implying and teasing heel Cena is done. Now, obviously, I'm not saying it's done. This obviously could just be a big charade by John Cena. But, watching the beginning of SmackDown, John Cena, that he's basically finally over his BS. He told Cody, mark your calendar, Cody, August 1st, 2025, the day John Cena came back to WWE. John Cena also said, I don't want to ruin wrestling. I love wrestling. I want to take this home with me so after I'm gone, you guys don't forget about me. I muted my mic to also listen to some of this, and John Cena, kind of perceived it as if he was, super emotional, about to cry. And the segment ended with Cody and John sharing a beer together in the ring. So we're very clearly kind of setting up. I'm not going to say face Cena is back because obviously this could be the ultimate heel move. That this was all one big haha, F you, come Sunday. I was lying, based on his character that we've done as a heel. But at the very least, we're once again showing those cracks that we've already been teased here or there, where John Cena is starting to second guess stuff. So John Cena, even said in one of the videos I just watched, Cody, you were a good friend and were trying to convince me, blah blah blah. So we either fully flip the switch to John Cena back to being a face and kind of seeing the light and seeing what he's did wrong, or we're setting up for a wonderful rug pull on Sunday. And I'm so much more pumped for this match now after learning this information, especially with it being a street fight. I'm ready to go, brother.
So one of the things that I want to point out here, we need to pay attention to what happens with Gunther and Punk. Because here's the thing. They could have John Cena face Gunther at Crown Jewel. They're not going to have a rematch at Crown Jewel. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Hey, didn't Triple H say that their story was done too? Punk, and did he say about Randy or Punk? Because he specifically said that about one of them. Okay.
Both, because it's actually both of them. Because remember, they each said every time they faced it, both times they faced each other, this is one last time. We will never face each other again after this. It was one last time. So we need to pay very close attention to this because you're not going to see Cena face CM Punk. You're not going to see Cody Rhodes face Gunther. So we're either going to get a double turn where Cena goes babyface, Cody goes heel, Cody wins, CM Punk wins. We have babyface CM Punk. I'm sorry, heel Cody Rhodes versus babyface CM Punk. Which I think I said babyface CM Punk the first time. We need to pay very, very close attention to what happens, because I don't see them having a rematch at Crown Jewel. It would be dumb to have Cody Rhodes and Gunther face each other again at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Like, what point are we going to get? What point are we going to get out of that? Gunther lost last year, so he's going to get a win this year. It's going to do nothing for the company.
True.
So they really need to take a very close look at what they're going to do here. And this is one of the reasons why I really want to lock in Gunther instead of CM Punk, because I could dang well see them having John Cena face Gunther at Crown Jewel. It's going to be brutal for John Cena, because you know how his body is and everything like that. But it would be great to see Cody Rhodes go against CM Punk, because we haven't seen that yet. So either way, we got it. We need to pay attention to what happens with Gunther Punk, because I don't see them having a rematch. It's not going to happen.
They're
not going to have John Cena face CM Punk, and they're not going to have a Gunther Cody Rhodes rematch at Crown Jewel if they go the champion versus champion route like they're talking about.
When is Crown Jewel? Let me pull that up.
November. But you do have Clash at Paris. Remember, there is Clash at Paris.
Yeah, there's Clash at Paris coming up, which John Cena's already confirmed for, which further tells me I think I still think John Cena's winning. John Cena's my official lock. I don't have John Cena winning this until earliest Survivor Series, and I could even
October 11th.
Okay.
October 11th is Crown Jewel.
Okay. I mean, my official lock is John Cena. I don't think he's going to win, lose it until at least Survivor Series, and honestly, just because he is like possibly, he could be legit just the GOAT in a lot of people's minds. Like, for his farewell tour, man, WWE might really just send him out in a swan song, and he may not lose until his final match. Like, I know that seems too straightforward and almost cheesy, but like, it is John Cena we're talking about. So like, it is possible.
I will say this much. I have listened to podcasts. I've listened to other podcasts over the last year, ever since John Cena announced his retirement. Eric Bischoff was one of the ones that I listened to on when John Cena's retirement tour. And one of the things that he said, knowing John Cena, he is going to want to lose his last match.
Oh yeah, he's going to lose.
So he's going to want to lose that match. A lot of people, when they get their final swan song or whatever the case may be, and they ride into the sunset, a lot of them get losses. They don't get wins. And that's okay. You had Taker was an exception because it was WrestleMania. It was he was at the point where he physically couldn't do it anymore. Like, even you could see him walk into the ring. It's like, oh boy, I wonder if he can even get through a match anymore. Recently when we saw Sting, Sting got his final win in that tag match that he had.
Yeah, in AEW, yeah.
But when a storybook closes for a wrestler, you want a loss.
Yeah.
Because you want to say, I gave everything I got. Now it's this person's turn. Whomever that last match may be against. I don't know who it's going to be against. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what direction they're going to go in on this one. But whatever they do, it's going to be on John Cena's terms, and John Cena is going to want to lose that match. So we'll see.
Right.
Boys ready to get spicy.
Ooh.
Like you said, we got to pay close attention to what happens in CM Punk Gunther match. I got CM Punk winning this match. And like I said before, you got to look towards champion versus champion for that stupid ring, because they want to do that match.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, I don't believe for a second Seth Rollins has actually been injured. I think Seth Rollins cashed in on this main event.
But you have John Cena face Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel then.
No. I have Seth Rollins cashing in
on this main event.
Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, or Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and winning.
Yeah.
And champion versus champion, you run back Seth Rollins, CM Punk.
Okay, I could see that happening too.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Everybody's going to be expecting, like, if Seth Rollins shows up, everybody expects it to take the title away from CM Punk.
Yeah.
Everybody's expecting that. Same way we were expecting Naomi to cash in on Tiffany Stratton.
True.
Why not have Seth Rollins swerve everybody, go for the big boy main title that he hadn't had in a while? and then he can have his match with CM Punk to show you're not the best. It's like you call yourself the best in the world, but it's like you're gonna have to officially take it from me here.
Could be.
Yeah. Because I mean that's something that John, you've talked to me about out of the show, whatever. That the theory that Seth's not actually hurt because of how they perceive the injury, where the camera stayed on him, et cetera, et cetera. It's been a narrative point.
There's too much focus on in the match how they did it.
Yeah,
because too much focus on like Paul Heyman and every show talking about Seth being out for a while. He's got till Mania. I just see it happening.
Right.
There's a very real chance that he actually is out for a while.
Right. You're not trying to be inconsiderate here.
Well, it's one where I don't doubt that he had something that he needed to heal from. But I don't think it is as bad as they're making it to be. I think he probably just needed to be out for a month or so to let his knee heal up, or let his body heal up. And they're using the knee as a storyline reason to say, hey, he needs a month or so to recover.
Yeah. Because again, for the listeners, John's not trying to be inconsiderate with theories. He just brings up a good point, especially when we have a clear blueprint of Liv Morgan, just a few weeks prior, a month prior of when she got hurt on Raw. Cameras are focused on Kairi Sane. You have a quick shot of Liv, but cameras are focused elsewhere.
In their power to not show Liv Morgan until she was being led away.
Yep.
But it's like they showed a replay of Liv Morgan getting injured, but it was 4 minutes after it happened. They ran ad breaks, they cut around it, they showed Kairi Sane. Immediately after Seth Rollins was in the corner, they had a replay ready to go.
Yeah. So I mean
it's one where
it's just strange.
I hate to say it, because also if that's the case, LA Knight has been kind of screwed out of SummerSlam and that here, which is unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
It's just one where it seems too coincidental and too much of the main focus in every aspect for it to be super legitimate in my eyes.
Right.
Because it's just we've seen a couple times. It's in the past few months, there have been legitimate injuries that happen. They never have this much focus on them.
True.
They've never talked about them this much. They've never shown it so readily in the moment. So it's one where it was also if he was going to be out for an extended period of time and not show back up here, in my mind, it would have made more sense to have Bron Breakker facing Gunther.
Right.
Because if you were going to shift all your plans, why not shift it to what you see being your next big star?
Right.
And then you can just delay the storyline with Punk a few more months.
Yeah, the red flags are there. I'm still in the mindset that it was a real injury, but I fully agree with you. Once you started pointing out the red flags, I'm just all right, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, I can get down with it. I can see what you're saying, because the replay was handily ready. I feel like I had to go out of my way to see the Liv Morgan one. Rewatch the episode. Go find it on TikTok or YouTube Short. I had to go out of my way for it. The Seth one was right there. You know what I mean? So I see what you mean. Especially with how much of a conversation point it. So is your official pick Seth is cashing in and winning? Is that your official pick or what?
My official pick is going to be in the match of Cody Rhodes and John Cena. It's going to be Seth Rollins.
Okay. Seth Rollins cash in. And Ricky, what about you now? Are you swayed, or are you still leaning to someone in the match?
I think I picked Gunther to beat Punk. Is that correct? I can't remember.
Yeah, you're the only one who picked Gunther.
I'm going John Cena.
John Cena. Okay. Now, like, again, after seeing the stuff for SmackDown tonight, I'm automatically like more interested in this match than I already was. Like, I mean, my interest was always there just because it's John Cena, it's Cody Rhodes, it's whatever, right? Especially a street fight. But now that I saw everything that took place tonight, where it's like John Cena could be back to a face, or in my opinion, could just be a big rug pull. That's what I think it's going to be, even though the cracks have been shown for a little bit now of Cena possibly like a real, maybe kind of coming back to the light. You know, the cracks have been there. I think this could be a rug pull. I'm really excited for it, though. I'm excited for this main event.
I will say before I was just gonna say before I concocted this whole scheme where I feel like I'm wearing a tinfoil hat over here.
Yeah.
With all of my, this is a huge swerve and everything. I had Cody Rhodes winning before I went through all of that, because it seemed like a good time to do it. You have the rematch. I assumed the template would have been the same as WrestleMania, where you end up with Cody holding the belt in front of John Cena, kick him in the dick, hit him with the belt like John Cena did to him, and then he pins him. That's what I would have seen happening before. But I'm willing to go down a rabbit hole over here of possibility.
Yeah, because I mean, the only thing is though is if Cody Rhodes does end up winning cleanly or whatever, you're gonna have a third match.
Yeah.
Do you want John Cena to lose more than one match on his final tour? I mean, because we obviously he's gonna lose the last one. I think I believe he's gonna lose the last one, but that's just kind of where I'm at right now. Is do you want John to lose twice? Because if you think about it,
in the same vein, do you want your, like, the guy who's you're looking at as like kind of the face of your company to like be your big star? Do you want him losing 2 times to John Cena back to back?
Well, remember the argument was a while back, Roman Reigns could take a pin, he's still Roman Reigns. It's the same with Cody Rhodes. It's not gonna matter if Cody loses. It's not gonna matter at all. It matters a little more with John A, because before this title run this last title run that he's had, how many matches? How long had it been since he won a singles match?
God, forever.
Forever. So he has been putting people over. He's been putting people over for years. So it's not like he can. It's not like if he, like him putting over Cody Rhodes would be nothing. Like that. That's nothing. But at the same time, do you really? It depends on how they're trying to play this out. If they're trying to play it out like I think they're going to play it out, they're going to have him lose his final match in December in his hometown, and he's going to wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Like then right off into the sunset. I don't see him losing another match this year until then. I just don't. Just because he gave back so much through the company, over these last few years, because he's been putting people over for years. I think you just give him a last hurrah.
Yeah.
And for the record, we saw it on Unreal. They really considered turning Cody heel. They really considered turning Cody heel.
It's going to happen eventually.
I loved it. I was like, God,
it's going to happen eventually.
I will say, because you did say something a minute ago that I wanted to speak out. You said we did mention that Roman's a big enough star he can take a pin. Part of that comes from like 4 years of wanting to see him lose. Yeah,
true.
During his title reign.
True.
It's like everybody wanted to see him lose for so long, and now we're getting to see it, but people are cheering for him and everything, and he can take it, and people are still going to be excited for him.
Right.
But part of that is because he's not around all the time. Cody's there every week.
Yeah.
People don't like seeing Cody lose.
I do.
Necessarily. They don't like seeing him win every match, but they also don't necessarily like seeing him lose.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what he did for the entire year until he lost to Cena at WrestleMania. He won every freaking match for an entire year straight. He won every freaking match. So
no.
He can lose this.
He lost. Well, you talking last year?
He didn't lose a match last year.
He got pinned in like a tag match by Solo.
He did. Solo pinned him.
No one cares.
That's why I picked Solo to win.
Run.
That's why I picked Solo to win.
I'm talking about one-on-one. I care less about tag team.
Wow. Yeah, but it's the same with Roman. During Roman's title reign, he only got pinned in a tag match before he lost the title.
Yeah, it was by Jey Uso.
So it's one where I would have saved the Cody rematch until December, and then not had John win everything until the rematch.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they're doing the rematch this early makes me think that they would have had Cody win.
Yeah. And honestly,
because then you can have Cena just kind of do some have matches against whoever he wants to have matches with, and you don't have to elevate. You don't have to have random people be thrown into a world title match.
And honestly, we really could have that possibility of the double turn this weekend too, because I just saw I got another quote here from the promo tonight that John Cena said, where he said, I flushed it down the toilet when I bought into someone's idea to make shocking TV. We did make shocking TV. Then the dust settles and everybody goes back to their normal lives, and the people who were supposed to be on my team left me alone to try to pretend to be somebody I'm not. Buddy, this storyline's getting spicy. Storyline's getting good.
We shall see, because this takes place, what is it, night 2?
Yeah, this is night 2, Sunday night. I'm excited as hell.
Sunday.
I'm excited as hell for this main event. Let me tell you, because there is that real possibility you get a double turn, and just Cena is officially a face, and Cody goes heel. It is a real possibility. But anyway, I think we should wrap up the show. This is a 2-night PLE, so of course the show is long. This is about the same length as what WrestleMania was. It just makes sense. Normally these episodes are pretty fair in length, like 45 minutes to an hour, but this one is longer. So let's work our way out of here, boys. So I feel like it was a pretty good show. I'm excited for SummerSlam. I feel like talking to you guys made me more excited for the PLE than I was. So shout out to that. Thanks, guys. So, hey, if you're new here, we appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel here at ATWS10. And if you are like sports in general, we got a terrible football show coming back on the 12th. Excited for that. Make sure to be a friend. Tell a friend. Check out some Rogue Energy with promo code SPARKY3 to get 10% off, as well as our Sparky3 shop merch. Boys, any last statements you want to throw out into the world before I end this thing?
This will be the greatest SummerSlam of all time because Bianca's not on the card.
Wow. Okay. All right. Get out of here. I'm done with you. I'll see you on the 12th. I'll see you on the 12th. I'll see you in 12 days. John, any last words?
I just hope the show is like I said, I haven't been hyped for the show. A little more excited about it for talking to you guys. Hopefully it's better than I'm expecting.
That's my mindset as well.
Hopefully the matches deliver like I think they can.
Hopefully it's just a fun PLE, which I think it's going to be. We have a lot of chaos in here. We have some funny storylines in here. We have some serious storylines in here. I think it's going to be a good mesh. Now, talking about it more, getting a chance to really digest it. I'm excited to actually go sit down and watch the full Cody Rhodes, John Cena segment. Looking forward to that and kind of dissect it a little bit. So anyway, with that said, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Tune in to ATWS whenever we do it. See ya. Bye.